y'all. Like many of you, I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply rooted, often unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive. In 2014, Bungie set out to start a new adventure. Heroes awakened on a desolate planet. A silent god set in our sky. And it wouldn't be long before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us. Over the years, our heroes would shape a story.
Yo, look at the shoes.
Far
Got the
greater than
PlayStation logo.
anything we could have imagined.
Got the drip.
Players would explore deep into the depths of Venus, hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning in the halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly, they'd bring their friends and their family into this world and together meet new faces on this adventure who would become lifelong companions. Now, together, we approach the final shape.
Yes, we do.
We're about to embark on the last expedition of Destiny's first saga. So let's be clear about the stakes. In the final shape, you will go inside the Traveler. The journey will be difficult. And what awaits you on the other side of this trek is nothing less than the deadliest entity we have ever faced.
Oh?
There will be no open betas. There aren't going to be any guides on the internet telling you how to handle what's to come.
Oh?
Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere along the road, or are looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world, a vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So
like a banana
is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
All right, adventure time. Ooh. Is this a starting cutscene all over again?
All these years, we never talked about it.
What? Talked about what? Tell me.
Why
Yo.
I brought you back.
Yo, what? There's no way. Is that the tower?
Why you were chosen.
Do you see the drip? Sun bracers.
The truth is, I didn't know then.
Picks up the Gallahorn.
It was just a feeling. But I know now.
Birds.
After all we've
Oh my
seen,
god, it's Cayde.
all we've lost.
You see that flawless Titan armor drip? What is this?
This fight might be our last.
Did you see all those creepy hands?
So I'm asking you
What?
one last time to rise.
That was so sick. What was that? Wait, is that a new super tease? We got a battle axe, yo. Oh, it's a battle axe.
This is a momentous time in Destiny history. We've been building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
When we were thinking of what the final shape could be, it had to be a lot of different things. It needs to pay off this epic confrontation with the Witness that we've been setting up for years. It has to bring you closer to your allies in the Vanguard. It has to be this place that like makes you feel nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
When we were resurrected by ghosts at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, but it was for this. The Traveler is asking us for help. And it's our responsibility to protect every living thing in the universe from what the Witness intends to do.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Inside is the pale heart of the Traveler. That is the stage for our showdown with the Witness.
The Witness has the darkness. It has always had a connection to it. The pale heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact its final shape.
It looks so cool in there.
The Witness looks around and sees
What
a
is
lack
that?
of purpose, no meaning.
That is so
It wants to
creepy.
fix all that. So it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be. That is the final shape.
If we're going to defeat the Witness, it's going to take everyone. Failure is not an option.
We're gonna need the Vanguard, all of our allies,
Wow, look at
and
the-
all the Guardians
battle
to
axe.
rally together and be brave in the face of oblivion.
In the final shape, we're going to answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora,
Wow.
our ghost, get to reconnect with Cayde 6. So, like, while there's this great conflict and everything going on around us and stakes of just unimaginable heights, it's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for
Look at them,
hundreds
all
of years.
together. That time looks so fresh.
In the final shape, we're going through the portal that the Witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast, unknowable, and we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction.
That looks
of
so
really
beautiful
what is
in
inside
there.
The Traveler.
Ooh, the music.
The heart is weird. It's a little strange. It makes you feel a bit uncomfortable. And it is also just so cool and
That's
artistic in
trippy.
the best way.
The Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
What?
This is the Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
What?
One of the most memorable locales from Destiny's past is the D1 Tower.
Oh
It's
my
really
God.
a labor of love from the Destiny team. The final shape means so much.
No way they
to
brought it
everyone
back,
who's
dude.
building
The
it, and I
D1
think players
Tower.
are really going to be able to see that.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever done. I would love it if players felt that they began their journey in a place of safety and feel it escalate in danger, in
Oh, wow.
surrealness, because there is this beautiful evolution of the space.
They see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the Witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing off in the distance.
The
Whoa.
weirdest things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of reshaping. Kind of like deconstructing things and putting them back together just wrong.
The sense of scale you get out there, like as you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth, you feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been.
The atmosphere looks crazy.
You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
One of the things that we really tried to also capture is that the Witness keeps throwing everything it has at you. And so you're going to fight these new enemies, the Subjugators.
Yo, look at this!
Subjugators are the new unit you're going to be facing in the final shape. They have an enhanced power set.
Oh my god!
They're performing stasis powers,
What?
stand powers to face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
The designs are so sick.
New to the battlefield, which is kind of this element of control.
Oh my god, dude, the flex!
Abilities, throwing crystals at you, freezing you in place, tangling you up.
That is so badass. Let's go. I wanted to see stuff like that.
The campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cayde.
The campaign is just the start of the Pale Heart. After you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign, we open up the entire destination. And so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
Wait, it's like the Dreaming City again or what?
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end.
Sounds like Dreaming City 2.0.
Mission. The raids are where you defeat like the big bosses. So it's only natural that when you are going to confront the Witness, you're going to do that in the raid. But that might not be enough.
Huh?
This is a moment where we need to rally all Guardians to be able to overcome the final shape and the Witness.
It might not be enough, huh? Yo.
In the final shape, we are inside the Traveler, very close to this energy. This allows us to have new supers, Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to create something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse, but also can benefit your allies in a support capacity. There is this thread of team play and like working with your friends to overcome the odds.
No new subclass?
The Warlock Super is this ultimate expression of solar energy coursing
Self-res?
through your Guardian. This Solar Warlock Super is a callback to Radiance from D1.
Other than Golden Gun, this is the only other first-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's like all these projectiles going
It's literally
off, doubling the amount
Sunsinger
of
from
projectiles,
D1.
your grenade almost being sentient as it
Oh my god, it can
circles
throw
around, and then it hits
birds.
a character and bounces off and goes to another one. And you're so overflowing with this energy.
That's
that
kind of
you're
cool, I'm not gonna
also
lie.
Giving it to your allies, allowing them to have their solar weapons supercharged.
You can have Icarus dash a bit with that. That's gonna be crazy, bro.
When I cast my Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul that when it sees an enemy, it launches part of itself out and hits the enemy and explodes and scorches them.
Another soul buddy? Warlocks, you love that, right?
Arsenal. It's a layered super.
This is the only ranged one-off offensive super for Titans in the game.
What?
The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one, throws it, summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it. And when these axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground or an enemy, do their void gravity thing where they suck a bunch of energy and enemies in and then explode.
That is
But
so
that doesn't
tie-in.
destroy the axe. The axe sticks around.
Wait,
and
what?
You and your allies can go and pick up that axe and start wailing on enemies with it.
This super is insane to me.
The Void Titan aspect, I press and hold my grenade button to consume my grenade and turn it into the shield. The more damage it takes, the more it charges up, and then I can release that, and it creates this blast that deals
What in
massive
the
damage.
world am I looking at?
The Hunter Arc Super.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. A hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink to its position.
Okay, that's sick.
A slash that just decimates anyone near.
Oh my God,
Really
give me
cool thing
that!
about is not just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times, along with devastating attacks each time you do it.
Please.
The hunter has an aspect. We take our staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies.
Please,
It
dude,
almost
let me
makes it feel
have
like
it.
You're playing a fighting game, right?
It's like
these
movement.
combos that you're chaining together.
Oh,
to
that
do
is
these
so.
different moves. It's like
Okay, I'm
that
sold.
sandbox
I'm
thing
so
that's
sold,
The more
dude.
aspects you have, the
Hunter,
more capable you are
100%.
to do that.
It feels like you're like riding the lightning, you know, like that instantaneous, like.
Oh my God!
That was good, but then
Stop!
you're like-
You're flexing right now. That is so sick. That's actually looks sick. The world looks pretty fun. I don't know if I care about the little solar soul. The time, I'm terrified, bro.
We've got exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration. We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid fusion rifle. It has the really intriguing property of adapting your Guardian's current damage type.
This will be the first time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be able to run an entirely strand or entirely stasis loadout. Tessellation has the additional property that you can special reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon.
This guy's a genius,
and
bro.
then
We love
fire
this
out
guy.
a super destructive
Wait, that-
projectile. It's a really special weapon.
Can I get
What's
the replay
one
of that?
specific exotic that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
What if you could harness the might of the Traveler? You know, we had a moment where we saw that Traveler beam cutscene. I know.
Aegir Scepter?
I kind of want that. You're like, that is incredibly dope.
So we've got this opportunity to bring back these iconic Destiny 1 weapons,
Hot
but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
We have to bring Kvotstov into the fold.
The
Oh my
Red
God.
Death exotic pulse rifle.
And Dragon's Breath.
Wait,
Burn the world. Burn it
what did
all.
they just say? They said Red Death? Am I
In
hearing
the final
things?
shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing.
What did they say
weapons
before
can do.
Hothead?
Really like bordering on exotic functionality. So for example, we've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily. We
It was
also have
Hothead.
the
Did they say
special ammo sidearms.
Dragon's Breath? What is
Fires
that? There's no
tiny,
Dragon's Breath.
Slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage. They have a mixture of regular weapon and
More aimbot
exposure
sidearms?
stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
It's like Jerk's
Sport frame
Promise.
Auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies. I'm really excited to bring it to dungeons and keep my team alive, honestly.
An auto rifle that heals your
Weapons
teammates.
team is always coming up with new ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which are pretty exciting.
We love this dude. More volume?
Take a load off. We've got a lot to cover. This place is only big enough for one dashing hero type, and that's me, so. I'm back! Hey, you two, give me a sec. I was magnificent. This is great. Anyone want a hug? Get your rock off my map. Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
Maybe you won't.
Well, better get back to it.
In this moment where we're driving to the end of the Light and Darkness saga, it's great to see Cayde like return to this world at this moment with all this change about to culminate with this confrontation with the long-standing enemy, the Witness.
Cayde is the quintessential hunter. His
That hair is
presence
sick.
cast such a long shadow over the story of Destiny, whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
What Cayde goes through in this journey, how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters, the events that are uncovered to have brought him back. This is how the story had to end. There was no end to the Light and Darkness saga that didn't have Cayde here alongside his friends to finish the job.
Once we started digging into the nature of the Pale Heart. I think that crystallized Cayde's role as a guide. Cayde is Virgil, and he's our guide through this other place. Cayde is the one who is the most appropriate person to be the guide, because that's his job. That's always been his job. It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role, like, without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
In the flesh, or metal, as it were.
Cayde agrees it's always held Zavala and Ikora together. Having him back puts them in a position of questioning where they've been and what they've done without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and how he's been taken down this dark path, and you think about the weight that's been on Ikora, having to hold the Vanguard together, having Cayde's voice of levity and brightness that he brings to that group. I think is going to be great for them.
Well, at least we have each other.
We want people to take away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together for this moment.
I'm here now.
Man, that's gonna play with our hearts.
Wherever the hell here is.
Grow my hair like that? I can't. Unlocking the path.
Guardian, the witness poses a dire threat. And the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek.
Oh my god, this is so edgy!
Contend with her sister, Xivu Araf. It rests with me. Will you come back from this? Do not be afraid.
Oh, it sounds like a horror movie. Oh my god, what is happening to Aerys?
Bring me your tithes. You now wield hive magic and have entwined it with your light.
Yo, what in the world am I looking at?
Inspire, Guardian, and open the way to our tithes.
Yeah, let me have that! It's a boomer gun. They're making the boomer from the Hive Knights an actual gun.
The deck of whispers, and they do whisper. Fight in my name, Guardian.
Oh, the bow. It's a finisher.
Strengthens me.
Look at Aerys. The biggest glow up ever. I have a crush on her now.
My appetite rises for your brutal tributes.
Wait, is that a new aspect? Chad, that looks like a new solar aspect.
What it is to be Hive. You have found the
Whoa.
You are
Oh my god, that is so cool. It has a flame sword. But this is our fault. We're going in there dressed up like plants. Season of the Witch. Wait, is that today? Oh, dude, I'm so glad. That actually looks so sick. Oh, we get to play that today, bro.
Breaking Hive spells.
We get to play that today. Let's go.
At the end of Season of the Deep, we learn that Savathun has the key to getting into the portal that we need to go into. That means we have to go find Imaru, her ghost. Imaru's like, not so fast. We've got a bigger problem first. And that bigger problem's name is Xivu Araf. If we fight her, she only gets stronger. Aerys has an idea. It's a really good It's idea. A wild ass idea, yeah. She determines like, well, the best way to fight fire is
Dude, that is so creepy.
We are channeling all of that energy
But she looks
that
so
we're
sick
creating and
afterwards.
going through by eliminating enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Aerys.
Bring me
Yo.
What does that mean for the characters and the players?
It reminds me of like
Savathun. And that's where we went down the path.
like a Spider-Man symbiote.
We want
Oh
to extend
my
that magical
God,
fantasy
I'm in
into the
love
player.
right now.
That ability to have overwhelming magical power, that risk
It's like a symbiote taking over.
all of our activities and systems experiences. And so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers. It's this magical deck of cards that creates amazing synergies with your buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then choose these cards at will, whichever ones they want, and then that really leads into build crafting.
You actually are getting cards that you can then use to place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
I'm such a sucker for deck building. Like being able to like bring that element into Destiny.
This is what happens when we complain, chat. We get innovation. High fives all around, bro. This is what we get when we ask for improvements and innovation.
2 brand new seasonal activities coming with
Destiny community, high fives all around, bro.
Summoning and Savathun Spire.
Keep asking for more.
Spire is our new 3-player offensive. You're doing a lot more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's got a high amount of combatant density. It's got additional random encounters that you can come across.
Random encounters?
Savathun Spire was like her
Higher enemy density?
for all these different magical experiments as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun. The Altar of Summonings activity is really exciting because you can spend like 20 minutes in it or you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a 3-player experience.
Wait, what?
You can hop in and hop out of. As you're going through this activity, you're filling the tithing bucket.
Wait.
As that tithing bucket is filled up, you'll get progressively more rewards. And then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a whole mess of rewards.
Does it end? Is it a horde mode? It said 2 hours.
We really wanted to make sure that there was a home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed. And so we developed what we're calling the Exotic Mission Rotator.
Right away, we're getting Presage, Vox Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield.
No, my
This is some of the most fun
Hawk
content the team has making. It's some of the content the fans and players of Destiny love the most. The most exciting thing, outside of just the missions themselves, is that every time we put a mission inside of that rotator, the exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable.
Oh my god, Crucible gameplay.
With Season of the Witch, we have a brand new Vex lo-fi PvP map coming. It's really exciting. It's got a bunch of really tight gameplay experiences. We wanted to make sure that we focus the combat a little bit more. With the new Vex network map, we really wanted to make sure we hit
hammer.
You're shoulder to shoulder more often. There's not as much deep sight lines that you're interacting with. And a lot of the flow of the map is actually built around this like kind of central pillar of the Vex network that you're orienting around. And
Shoulder
there's
to
also
shoulder.
some modes coming too, right? We've got a new PvP game mode coming that's all about relics. It's about multiple relics, so it's not just one like the Scorch game mode from the past.
Show me.
We've got the shield coming from Glass. We've got the spear back from Season of the Risen.
And we've got the scythe from Season of Battle.
Yeah, so you're gonna be reaping Guardians with that thing. It's a lot more tactical gameplay. It's all about running around the map, claiming these relic dispensers, and then grabbing them in order to push for victory.
I will take what I need. The words in my throat are the weapon in my fist.
We were feeling pretty Hivey this season, obviously. There's something in the air. And so when thinking about like, what's a good raid reprisal that would really suit this very Hivey season?
Here it is.
There's only one answer.
Yes! Or no, because it's not Wrath of the Machine. Oh, please, please, make more encounters. Please don't just be a complete remaster.
What the Hive call a god.
Oh, the chills, dude. Returns. Wait, did I just see the OG Age of Triumph armor? Is that the OG? They actually did it, chat. They did it, bro. It's not just the OG. They got the Age of Triumph armor.
Only a true
We actually got the Age of Triumph armor, bro.
is wrath.
We actually got it back. I'm so glad it did, bro. This is what everyone wanted. A lot of us were scared they were not going to give us the OG armor. Yes. Yes. That's a W for sure. That's a W, chat. Woo.
Heading into the final shape, we really want to rally all Guardians at the end of the Light and Darkness saga. We want to reduce those power barriers, as well as catch people up on key story beats and make sure that they have a really great and easy time connecting with other players. In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand, and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required by these different activities.
One of the major changes that's going to be happening starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of activities that are going to be power fixed. So it doesn't matter kind of what power level you are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going to be tiers of difficulty that you can do, things that are just meant to be experienced a certain way.
Things like nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really going to focus the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying to do that is making it easier for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your friends along to play any dungeons and raids in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with the highest power in your fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level.
What?
Which means that there's no barriers really for any other guardian to join you in this high-level content.
That's pretty
Combined
sick.
with Fire Team Finder, it also allows you to find strangers, people you've never played with before, and have that same experience. That's all regardless of the power level of you and the rest of the people in your fire team.
Fire Team Finder is the new feature that's coming in Season 23, aimed at helping connect and find other people to complete the best and most aspirational content in Destiny. We have a tag system that allows players to be able to say, well, this is my playstyle. I'm really chill. I'm anti-sweat. I'm just really here to have a good
I got my drop, chat.
Exactly.
I got my drop.
Tags really allows players to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about. I think what's really great about it is with this launch, we're also looking at including inclusion tags.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players. Hopefully the inclusion tags will bring players closer to finding their community and even closer to
That's
the
my
people
tag.
that they're playing with. So once a listing goes live, players will be put into a listing lobby where players can gather, they can communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for players to not just sit and stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is about helping reduce that anxiety and burden that comes with trying to make a new connection.
Aww.
The feature coming out today that I'm incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we've went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story.
Hey, listen to the community feedback, ladies and gentlemen.
For Forsaken,
W.
mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for
Well done.
memories, Guardian.
The neat thing about these missions is they're not going to be like one-to-one for how you would experience them in the campaign. You're also going to get additional pieces of narrative fed to you to like identify like, hey, this is why it's important that this happened.
This is huge for new players.
Along the way.
A really big one that's really timely for Final Shape is Cayde's last stand from Forsaken. This is a moment that a lot of players, new and old, are going to come back to Destiny. I think this is just the right time to introduce features that are going to allow those players to jump right in and find people to play with and enjoy this content regardless of their power level.
All ends are
We're reaching
beginnings.
the end of this 10-year journey. What comes next?
Yeah.
The episodes. And the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy.
Yes.
It's coming right after the final show.
Better quality seasons.
And the theme for the year is going to be all about the consequences and aftermath of the final shape. I think what's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new story moments in every single one of these acts. We're actually providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the final shape year and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
These new stories are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience, whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
You're going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change frequently. It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And
We
it
love
really
to hear
provides
innovate.
the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform.
That
for
looks sick.
storytelling. Episodes provides this awesome foundation for the future of Destiny.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the final shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
Okay.
What makes a guardian a guardian? Devotion, bravery, sacrifice. We know that we were chosen for a reason, by something greater than ourselves.
Guardian. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian.
Shaped by the fires of each new battle, we are forged and sharpened into what we must become for the fight ahead. We are the final line that halts the second collapse.
All of us. Every Titan. Every Warlock. Every Hunter.
What is it the Guardians say? Devotion inspires bravery.
Bravery inspires sacrifice.
Sacrifice leads to death. The line between light and dark is so very thin.
Wow.
Let's cross it together.
There are things out in the dark that only the dark can overcome. Trust me.
You've heard the stories of the Traveler's sacrifice, of darkness descending upon humanity.
Our purpose is its end. This time, there is no escape.
It's going to be an exciting year for Guardians. We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting.
Oh my God, I
fire team
missed
racing across
this.
our solar system. And at the end, a simple message. Become legend. Today, you got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your legend in this upcoming year. We're going to be heading inside the Traveler, experiencing a destination unlike anything we've ever built before. We'll face the biggest bad we've ever made, and we'll do this all alongside a streamlined progression system.
Stop, you're hyping me up.
Allowing us to easily play with friends in any content in the game. And as the dust settles in the final shape, we're gonna continue our legends in Echoes. It's Destiny's first episode in a new phase of storytelling for Guardians with brand new conflicts born from the resolution of the Light and Darkness saga. These first episodes are just the beginning. But if you're chomping at the bit to see how the Light and Darkness saga is going to kick off the future of Destiny 2, we've got a ton of great content for you to jump into today. Going live after this, we've got Season of the Witch, with a new story, new weapons, new armor, new activities, and new PvP content, all alongside a series of story catch-up missions, allowing any of your friends to jump into the game and get up to speed on what's happening in this world. Then, next week, a brutal reprisal of Crota's End is going to join the ranks of our aspirational content. I can't wait to see you all in the Throne World as we learn more about the final shape and how we can stop it.
So all we know is episodes. We don't know if there's no expansions or whatever. It's still like, we don't know yet. To me, it sounds like expansions are going to be like what DLCs used to be.
After all these years.
So can they handle that?
This fight might be our last. So I'm asking you to rise. One last time.
Interview time? Collector's edition reveal. A classic. Classic. Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet, bro? Cartera? Found it.
When we create a collector's edition, we try and recreate items from the universe for players to enjoy outside of the game. So this year we're doing a Destiny 1 tower. We really try to work hard at thinking about 10 years of Destiny and how best to encapsulate
the nostalgia
that experience.
Even as the game dev who've worked on it since day one, like I think having it be the tower is super exciting for us because it's going to kind of catalog your journey of a player from when you first started playing Destiny all the way to now. Wow. The tower, it's kind of like the beacon in which you're a place you can call home.
You get the tower, and then there are actual figures of the Vanguard mentors that accompany that architectural model.
There's a lot of like hidden messages and hidden things.
There's gonna be some fun surprises. We're always trying to push the envelope. And so we've been playing a lot with magnetic locks and sound effects, lights, just sort of make this experience as a whole really special. It's sort of the perfect symbol of Destiny. I'm so excited for it.
Me too.
The nostalgia is real, but like, personally, it's not my cup of tea. I don't know why. Look, hand cannon in the promo with a hunter again. What do you guys think about the collector's edition 1 through 10? What's number 10? What's the best collector's edition? I don't know. I like the Puka better than that personally. The nostalgia wins you over a lot, but visually I don't think it looks that cool. It looks kind of I mean, it's hard when like 80% of it is like just like a block. It almost seems, you know what I mean? It just seems like a block, but the top part is sweet. It just looks like a block, majority of it, like a PlayStation. We got 18 minutes before we can play. Enjoy the drops, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, chat, we've seen a lot.